耶！
好啦，我哋又翻嚟玩呢一個殺人遊戲。係啦，而家大家都唔係好記得究竟而家發生緊啲咩事。我啲邪教徒淨係記得我殺咗好多人，該會
係啊，成日聽人落心重，
聽人落懸崖喎，仲要
心重。
係啊，
係咯，
仲喺度成日玩 SM 就
係咯。
我哋唔係講好咗，唔好再講，唔好再咁樣講噶啦，因為有小朋友嘅關係。
係啊，要認罪悔改啊！今
係我哋認
次
罪悔改，對唔住小朋友，我哋唔再
唔
講。
好意思，小朋友。
我哋講虐待就好，有乜分別咧？其實好似冇。
係咯，都好似好。
係啦。
因為本身嗰個咒語叫虐，係就係一句施虐咒嚟噶嘛。
算啦，我覺得冚唔到啦，
咁你政治正確啲啊？
穩陣啲叫翻個原名咯，跟原名
又買埋
個原樣係個原，唔係啊！佢個原名嗰個係嗰個咒語嗰個，睇先啊！個原名嗰個係咒語嗰個咩嘛？但不赦，但係咒藥啊嘛。但係佢會叫呢一個咒語做另外一個
寫咒。
唔係，佢叫即係譬如呢個嘅，
綠色
譬如呢個阿瓦
啊，
達克達拉咁樣，佢嗰個係有音譯噶嘛。但係一般嚟講就會叫呢個叫索命咒嘛。呢個係
哦，原來係咁嘅。
係啊，呢個係施虐咒，呢個係操控咒咁樣。佢係有個 functional 嘅名，同佢嗰個本身嗰個名係唔同。咁係施虐咒同 SM 咒，好似都唔係真係好大。
咁可唔可以講其中一個不赦咒咁樣？
咁我唔知係邊個。
係咯，
係咯，
其中一個係邊個啊？
應該係邊個？你係邊個？我係邊個？
虐待性最高同虐待性比較低咁樣。
最低咁啊，咁都係虐待啊！
都講咗虐待呢個字。
係咯，
你都係要講虐待呢兩個字，因為呢個咒語就係用嚟虐待人。
呢個遊戲有殺人有虐待，有好暴力。
點解呢個遊戲？
所以政治正確佢就係不赦啦，所以就係不赦咒咯。你要講翻呢樣嘢係
唔係啊？但係我冇用任何嘅不赦咒，其實都會繼續殺人。
又周街喺度捉動物，騙咗人哋神
其實我都唔係好明個分別。好啦。
Is this where we're meeting the
今日
centre?
係
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a
好正義
surprise,
啊！我覺得呢個
I
碌去做呢
suppose.
啲嘢。
即係消防員定係警察？
消防員通常唔會打死人。
佢係消防員
Once we tell them
警
about the
察。
snitches, they'll understand why we came.
佢
and
哋
I
冇
want
個
to.
警察
I
帶
hope
落
you're
去
right.
咁樣就係成套嘅
Perhaps
時候
they'll
就
be
變咗消
able
防
to
員。
tell that we're
Slash
sincere.
消防員。
There's something about them that's so knowing. It's
我
almost
我記得
unnerving.
啦，我哋要見人馬，我終於記得我要做啲乜嘢。
I suppose they are known for
因為我
having
哋要
an
見
air
人
of
馬，唔記得咗
omniscience.
點解。
That's exactly the right word.
真
I
係
just.
慘。我哋而家俾人燒燒遺
What
忘
is it?
咗。
It's nothing, truly.
唔係關係好差嘅，同巫師好似之前講過。
We've no secrets to
人
hide.
馬應該同巫
That's
師嘅關係
right.
唔差嘅。
We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they? Yes, of course.
Harry Potter
You're
都俾其中一
absolutely
隻馬
right.
救過。
We'll meet with them,
Oh,
tell them
yeah,
about the
靚仔嚟嘛，
snitches, and
要死
I'm
硬
sure
脆
to all be fine.
哇！你記得幾清楚，因為靚仔。
咦晒？
因為靚仔。
冇錯，一電影版嗰個好靚仔。
哦，hello。
嗱，如果係咁嘅，我就記唔到佢。
咁老啊！
What do you think you're doing?
所以我哋記唔到佢哋
係啦，
咯。
我記唔到佢哋如果咁嘅樣。
We were hoping to speak
你
with
你
you.
I suppose you
Ah,
can tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a
What's it,
centaur and it
好
spoke
似
back.
No,
好高
never.
雅嘅嗰隻。
We're here because we need your help.
呢個好粗獷㗎嘛。
You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
哇！
哇
冷靜啲。
Leave them
，game
be.
over 嘅。
We do not harm the young. It is not
點解冇靚仔
our
嘅今
way.
次？
係咯，
You
我以為佢
forget
咁樣
your
出嚟，佢會係
playfellow
靚仔，但係佢都唔係咯。
I'm the
Yeah.
leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continues to slaughter beasts like us without a care.
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one.
係咩？他們並沒有奪走任何人的性命，呢個係事實嚟嘅咩？
Mark my
對唔住，
words,
你睇錯
Doran.
人。
If I ever see them again,
我都唔想
it
㗎，
will
我
be
都
all
唔知我咁樣
three
做殺
of
咗
your
人。
heads.
被斬走。
呢個 system 都冇得俾我揀唔殺人。
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me
Golden
before I...
Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means yet. Please help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why is he so certain about where we could find one?
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him. With his being a centaur and all. I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What's his name? Doran. That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
點解佢會死？
唔係佢死好閒嘅。我意思係佢會喺圖書館嗰度揾幾頁嗰啲圖片紙，跟住叫我揾地方。即係呢個地獄級嘅任務。所以希望唔係咁，拜託千萬不要。如果唔係，我會放棄呢位同學。好。
未必係地獄
唔緊要嘅，你有小 Q 啊嘛。
啊，咁都係嘅。小 Q， 你可以做到嗎？
唔想答咧。
小 Q 放棄喎，小 Q 嬲喎，點算啊？冇咗你，我哋就冇辦法幫呢個同學解決煩惱㗎啦。你好偉大㗎。
連雀仔啲死 Q 佢都算啦。
喂，
呢句實在太過唔政治正確啦，俾你再講多次。
係咯，係咯。
我哋個台有小朋友喺度睇嘅。
係，我哋為咗唔繼續殺人，所以我哋放棄啦。佢係咁逼我哋殺人嘅。
呢個亦都幾好。
我呢聲勁似玩東沙。
係喎。
大家聽到呢啲叭聲之後，諗起玩東沙嘅恐怖。
係啊 ，PTSD 啊
，PTSD 咁大鑊。
好似巨人咁樣。那天諗翻起玩東沙。哇！
係啊，俾東王支配嘅恐懼啊！
東王支配嘅恐懼。
係諗住一槍 KO 佢，點知俾佢 KO 咗。
哦，嗰個係阿秋嚟嘅。嗰個到而家嗰一刻都，我覺得都係到而家裏邊係魚神裏邊貢獻過最犀利嘅名場面。
Are you ready to put
經典中嘅經典。
又瞓街啦。
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bicker that Archie and Mrs. Bicker mentioned. Agapa's Philbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rayburn.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some wine, and as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can.
I knew I could rely on them. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit.
好啦，我哋首先揾嗰3個人，跟住殺咗佢哋。應該喺回米村入邊。
都係
呢3個。
都喺同一個位？哦，唔係。
哎呀！佢唔俾我飛，
佢唔俾你瞬間，
有冇搞錯？
就係裏邊會有多啲奇怪異
即係裏邊要殺人啦。佢次次唔俾
可能會
我飛都唔
有啲改變地形。有嘢。
嗰次唔俾我飛，咪又係要我殺人，即係咁血腥嘅嘢遊戲，有人到乜都要我殺。其實我係一個愛好和平嘅人嚟嘅，大家信唔信？
你圖圈啲開
我玩 TRPG 嘅時候幾咁
講大話加一咁啊，
係咯，
話術加一。
我玩 TRPG 嘅時候明明係超級和善嘅，係咪？殺人嗰係 Marty 啫嘛，關我咩事啫？我哋今日 test play 我都殺唔到任何一個人啦，幾悲慘。
咁啊係。唔係，你係做唔到，即係你唔係冇呢個意圖。
你想殺唔到啫。
係啦，意圖都係犯罪嚟嘅。
唔係咧，你望住我真誠嘅眼睛。
望咗啦。
唔望啦。
你係咪要殺嗰個人啊？
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up until I came home one night and found my husband gone and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
點解要綁架？
點解綁架你丈夫？我哋會問佢問題啊，定係直接放棄啊？
問啦。
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank.
我哋想直接殺人啊！
He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
反正你坐監啲人都會走出嚟㗎啦。咩鼓勵？
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No. I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
係咯，點解佢冇咧？
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
好，出發。
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
佢係衰嗰個人啊！
係我呢個
妖精。
唔係啊，妖精叫 Ranrock 啊，呢個我記得。
你唔知係咩？
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
係 Victor Rockwood 嘅 friend。
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
嗰個衰嘅妖精叫 Ranrock，呢個 boss 嚟噶嘛？咁
我記得啦。
但係大家記唔記得嗰個古代八婆嗰個名啊？
唔記得咗啊！
唔記得。
係咯，我哋淨係記得有一個。 即係喺嗰個古代裏邊係有一個八婆去咩消除啲痛苦嘅，咁所以我哋就直接叫佢古代八婆，咁就可以記得佢。係但係記佢。
Rockwood 係嗰個戴紫色帽嗰個癲佬啊嘛，陪住個妖精做佢跟班。呢個都 Harlow 就係 Rockwood 條靚。係啊，
應該係咯。
所以係靚嘅靚
好難記咯。你問我 Harlow 係咩樣，我唔記得晒。
Harlow 戴綠帽。
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning truth today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but we must be discreet. Contact Mr. Hill here.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
成堆人名出嚟，
好難記啊啲人名。你哋可以講下啲圖先熟啊，大佬。
咁啊關佢圖啊？
唔係，即係你俾啲特徵我，或者佢做過啲乜嘢咁，我會記得。
I had the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. Then when I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill.
Mr.
Hill's
we've been
secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has high hopes for Harlow advising in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friends with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now.
正氣喎，正氣師不太正氣。
係咯，正氣師又唔正氣嘅，即係會叫一個17歲嘅細路女去做咁多咁傷天害理嘅事咁樣。哦，
敲詐勒索。
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this spoils my efforts to improve my circumstances and be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
太多人，又唔係好鮮明。
係啊，佢人物好多，佢又唔鮮明，又唔知道發生緊啲咩事，所以成日都令到我覺得好困擾。
哇！咩事？有個
是但啦，多謝莫言。
唔理啊。
唔理。
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Miss Online 變到 Natty。
花名。即係我哋好似好熟咁樣噶啦嘛，唔會成日叫人哋 Miss Online 噶嘛。
我成日講 Miss Online 嘅。
好似你咁樣成日嗌人哋 Online。
係咯 ，right。
係咯。
淨係唔聽自己老母講嘢呢啲。
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hogshead. Perhaps I'll find her there.
玩嘢啊！咁樣跑嚟跑去好好玩咩系統？
係啊，
點解要咁樣啊？
跑多啲，跑多啲。
而家跑步有獎咩？
要鍛鍊開你嘅跑路能力。
勁無謂。
啱啊！
可以鍛鍊下點樣揾。
不過好難以置信喺魔法世界裏邊，我竟然都要咁努力咁樣用腳行。
Natty must be around here somewhere.
係嘅。
Around here 入邊係嘛？
喺呢度轉入去得唔得？
係入邊定係出邊啊？
應該係出邊，即係
附近嘅話，或者出邊。好，
喺呢度
佢浸死咗啊！
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
有啲嘢。好，有衫啊！去咗邊啦？哦，去咗酒吧。唔係，酒吧又偷入人哋間屋。
Revelio。
係。點解走後門？
你邊位啊？
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
我哋就咁就行過去就算㗎啦。嗰個係黑
好危險。係啊。
轉右。唔係呢邊。
另外個方向。
係啦。
後巷咁嘅地方係。
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
殺人。
有個危險喎。
我係覺得好危險係咯。咁隱蔽嘅。
佢哋好危險。
Must be another way forward. Revelio。
係咪要拉下嗰啲把手？
通常都係。
我係啤酒桶。
哇！咁勁，仲有邊個都要拉？
準備殺人咯。
Time to die。
心情唔好。
不被發現嘅
情況要係咯，要。I need to find her quickly。
唔使殺人啦，已可以仲有選用嘅嘢，幫手揾情書，我所以情書同詩集。
6,000蚊。哇！有新嘅。
我見到晒啲衰人。
I'd better be sure I'm not seen。
最好俾人。
解佢死晒都得啦。
係咯。
點解要增加難度？揾咩嚟啊？呢啲？點解前面咁
有塊鏡咁樣？
可能佢望唔到你㗎，會係咪咧？
唔關事嘅。
而家應該點？
都照落去啦，有冇其他路行？
冇其他路。
好暗啊！
哇，係咯。
多次下。
做乜隱形？
唔可以隱形咗啦。
但係正面睇。
你留言側邊行咗先，有冇咩嘢咯？冇 ，OK。我係好想殺死你。
係啦，但係唔可以。
大開殺戒喎，實質上。
周班道。
可以。
咩名嚟㗎？
被發現嘅情況。
你要匿埋喺啲箱後邊。
匿埋啲箱有掩體。
有嘢攞，收集錢，喂，1蚊雞，
哇！
多謝你啊！
係 係咯。
你可以啱啦，走入去。
唔得啦，
但係嗰度有，
但係有個人喎，有個人喎，
咁都望唔到，係喎。
哇！
有搜尋下先，有畫喎，
好兇險啊！
你一路喺啲窄嘅地方度行，或者
你前面有人㗎嚇？
係前面有人㗎，有人。
集，
係犀利嘅，你見唔到嘢到
咩？
有個人喺地
要行上去，但係有冇條路可以兜路？唔得喎，
唔通繞過去咁樣？
都得嘅，係咯。
佢守住守
你要喺下面
哦，
下一步咧，冇其他路行上去。咪同佢傾緊偈呢啲唔得，唔知啊！如果路向前行，睇下有冇其他路。
可以直行轉
唔得轉咗。哦。
OK 嘅，你呢條路可以上去。街。
Oh no！
已經被發現咗啦。
好啦。
即係唯有打交。
都係要打交。
唔抽血哦。哇！痛快啊！
死咗啦！
係咁冇用嘅，因為
嗰個唔係 boss 嚟嘅咩？
係啊，
係啊。
你先得㗎。
他死了嗎？真的嗎？
好幾下冇。
我樽都未掟喎。
唔好咁啦。
我連虐待咒都未用喎。
小心。
真的嗎？
讓你出一啲。
我未見到你啊！
如果係佢，
佢點解以為話不被發現嘅情況之下揾到？我以為但係你使用
都得，先個位好難俾發現。
我諗你一定要好熟條路先可以不被發現，我哋要揾路，點可能不被發現咧？係咯。我一開始應該
哎呀！冇打。哇！
好恐怖！
係啊，
死晒啦！
有個箱喎，右邊。
喂，其實嗰個不被發現之下揾到 Nana，咁我殺晒所有人，算唔算係被發現啊？
都係嘅，
都算被發現。
即係冇目擊者噶咯喎，咁樣已經。
但係都係被發現啊嘛。
我發現咗，但係所有發現我嘅人都死，咁係咪即係等於冇發現咧？
誒，都係
冇活着嘅人發現。
但人
活着嘅人發現，係咯，咁係冇發現咯，唔係咩？
邏輯係啱嘅。
大家覺得呢個邏輯 O 唔 OK？
但係問題係，
你話 OK 就 OK 啦。
係咯。
咦？可以都隱藏有對門。
可以。你拉開。可唔可以
壓落下邊咁樣啦？
哦，搞掂。我應該係攞個箱嚟咁啫，係嘛？
可能有啲嘢可以攞，唔知咧。我覺得呢啲地方應該唔好隨便入。
其實我完全冇認過路。
啊，哦，
緊要啦。有嘢。
有小 Q 啊嘛。
話40蚊，話1/3隻波波球。呢嗰度都啱埋，嗰度都有路可以行，但唔知去邊。
我哋未揾到嗰個情書喎。
情書可能就係呢啲咁嘅奇怪位置，但係唔知。死晒就係任意雲。
係咪未上去啊？
乜都冇喎呢度。
咩上樓梯啊？仲未？
未上樓梯係真嘅，但係嗰啲
咪錢嚟㗎，12蚊雞。
可能就係偏右啲嘅地方度。
上去啊！
唔係啊，好似喺上邊，可能估下可能。
有可能喺上邊。喂，有老鼠。
可能係呢個。
呢啲箱一定係嗰啲衫褲係咪？
哇！
係咪真係頭三個渠口位？
係咯，你仲咪落去？唯有對面。
邊度？
對面上面。
係啊。
呢個係樓梯嚟。
因為有啲嘢咯，係啊。
係咪情書啊？
應該係裝備嗰啲嘢。
哦，係喎。睇下先。
粉紅色嘅。
粉紅色嘅，唔得我讀下。親愛嘅樂壇，係啦，反覆睇下佢哋係咪呢一個三角戀。反覆讀你上次你寄嚟嘅書信，我哋喺見面之前每個6鐘我都會再讀一次。短期之內冇見面我就好驚，但係內心有希望，希望有朝一日我哋能夠同呢個親朋好友分享我哋嘅婚約，尤其係嗰個親愛嘅父親。哦，唔係三角戀，係啦，佢阿爸嚟嘅，我明啦，即係佢阿爸反對佢哋兩個一齊。真相大把，如果唔係我就會覺得係三角戀。好啦，咁我能夠理解你想要生活進一步穩定落嚟再打算，亦都知道你會盡一切嘅所能咧，盡快達到呢個目標。咁但係
所以個惡人就用呢一樣嘢嚟勒索佢。
係啦，幾個月係啦，未有係啊，即係好快樂係啦，但係無法分享嘅情緒真係忍唔到，所以我哋要用呢個信難嘅。
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Revelio. 咁難為情係咪？
唔會費事話咗俾阿爸知。
佢死咗未㗎？嗰個女仔我唔記得。係佢哋唔可以喺埋一齊係咩原因？好，返去出發。我哋要去邊啊？
我留意
啱唔啱㗎呢條路？
應該
呢條未行過嘅。
呢條未行過，但係應該冇轉入落嚟啊！
呢度咧？
得入去。
誒都係上可以上。
似係啱喎，我覺得。
係咪？就係定嘛？
個樣好似咯。
但係好似翻返去原本嗰。
誒？
係咪頭先嚟嘅？
係，所以應該你要轉右啊！我估呢度。
呢度。
係啊，一路向前。
That he must be here somewhere.
哦，所以本身就係俾你唔被發現咁就上到嚟。
未發現
係。好難，更難。唯有。
我有錢啦。仲有多啲啊！多2蚊啊！
你驚唔驚？
多13蚊。我已
經喺一個不被任何活着嘅人類發現嘅情況之下嚟到啦。
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be glorious.
佢咪唔知你殺晒所有人？
我已經殺晒所有人啦。點啊？點解唔可以同阿華間打？
你要揾到佢支魔杖，你
支魔杖喺邊啊？
我哋唔係執到支噶啦咩？嗰支唔係佢㗎。
嗰支係 Miss Online 㗎。
哦。
咦有鎖喎？
嚇？唔係就係呢度啊嘛？
應該就係呢個。一鍵解決。
Mr. Rabe's wand.
我想玩嗰個。
唔使玩佢。
俾翻佢，佢就可以。
Mr. Abe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
呢個翻譯錯咯喎。
係翻譯錯咗。係唔知解鎖嗰陣時候會發生。就係整少人哋開門。
咦？好正常啊。
係咯。幫手解。
好，翻屋企啦，唔使擔心，我哋就可以大搖大擺咁樣走出嚟。
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well.
Be
careful.
Thank
you, my young friend.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
係咪要再打過？有陣時佢哋會復活喎。定係已經搞掂啦？
找到離開嘅方法。就係直接離開。就係直接離開。
啲人都死晒。
打搖大擺。
嗰度唔係出去嘅。
送你上喺上面㗎。
喺個窿嗰度出去嘅，你要喺下邊。
一個窿係。
係啊，喺我下邊個窿嗰度出去。係啊。包括你教翻鏡頭先。
好煩，自己教鏡頭真係好麻煩。
係呢條路。
嚟，大搖大擺。
然之後向左邊轉定右邊轉，好似係左度。係左。
誒。
等於睇下。
哦，係喎，我都記唔住啦。
我都完全記唔到。
完全唔需要揮，全部死。
已經死晒啦，知唔知我點入嚟㗎？
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for.
好。
其實依家你有個情書，你可以反翻，係咯，反而去勒索佢 black。
我哋黑魔王唔做啲格局咁細嘅嘢。
咁細。
Natsai Onai, I should have known, and you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Look out!
講乜嘢？
咁樣小心。
多謝莫言。好，完成，拯救完世界啦！而家開始做主事。
地圖密室。
地圖密室。
哦，個。
呢仲要玩幾耐咧？
唔知啊，你解開咗第幾幅畫？而家有幾多幅？
唔知喎，佢應該有4個試練咯，我估。佢嗰個四幅畫。
哦，咁依家第3個。
而家第3個。
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon. After we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
是但啦，你動唔動啊？要關我咩事嘅啫？
咁本身開嘅勒索都冇用啊，要我情書做。
Welcome back.
Hi， 好啊，就係你啊。
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. We'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Oh, 去校長室。
Yeah.
Go！ 我要打一陣，佢個任務要慢慢逼出嚟。係咯，有4幅畫啊嘛，喂1、2、3，跟住4。
唔係最後
大天王。
跟住打完4大天王，就好自然會有第5個人。
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office?
要問下廢柴教授。
又要揾你，你成日都要揾你嘅咧。
今次佢有用嘅。
真係嘛？
佢話俾你知點樣入去校長室啊嘛。
有咩用？夜晚黑等校長瞓着咗，然後用隱形咒入去咯，有咩夠難？難度喺邊？
又啱喎。
一係啊，廢柴教授你就去引開校長，等我就入去。或者倒翻轉，我嚟引開校長，廢柴教授你自己解決所有問題。
咁點樣做啊？佢睇唔到嗰啲嘢。
咁都係嘅，因為佢廢柴。教授，而家有新問題啊？點解講唔到嘢㗎？
要喺台前面問佢。
I hope I look. Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
Rannoch clearly knows even more than we suspected.
There's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's why she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it.
魔法轉頭可能
係，唔係佢都係魔法轉頭，但係都係要轉頭咯。
She could win over
佢冇一個魔法係直接挖礦咁樣。
And in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly, but we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. All right. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I've actually met Scrope, but I'm not sure he'll tell me. He's rather devoted to the Black family.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
用一啲正常啲嘅方法。如果每次都要係咁。
變身。
變身。
咁佢套3秒啊！
即係唔係我唔明點解要係我做咯？呢個步驟廢柴教授做唔得咩？
係咯。
佢去變，佢問咗密碼話俾我聽得咯。
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
顧嘉華神，顧嘉華神，頂又唔可以用啦，又要行啦，唉，又要用我的腳。點解大家咁中意行路嘅？身為魔法師，咁健康嘅咩？我都冇咁健康。
一入去啲主線裏邊就，
所以個個魔法師都瘦瘦地嘅。
Professor, a moment of your time, please. No. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I did?
I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
嚟，最緊要我覺得。
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this one.
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the ministry.
向上定向下㗎？
應該係向上啊，我估。唔係喎，疏哈哈。叫叫。啱啦，好啊，做得好好啊。
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move.
I heard the headmaster approaching.
離開。
哇！聖誕節啊！
點解會出現要用腳行嘅情況？
就係為咗頭啱啱嗰啲啦。
I mean, out of my way, children.
Headmaster, what could he want?
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
When I witnessed what passes for magic in these halls, I simply mourn for the future of the wizarding.
睇唔到啊！突然之間唔見咗。係咯。佢唔話俾你知。
佢喺大廳。
佢要你周圍揾，應該係咁㗎。佢話去大廳。點周圍揾？大廳個位置係好大。絕望㗎喎！如果要周圍揾嘅話。
巨型。你頭先。
大廳係咩意思？
大廳係咩意思？見到啦，見到啦。
Without anything I've been doing.
我黐線。周圍揾。 我會瞬間想 D game，
即刻就係
佢咁樣。
你知唔知 game 裏邊揾路係幾咁辛苦
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None at all. Move aside.
Professor, I need to speak to you.
I don't need to speak with you.
Hello, Professor.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranwood's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing what you're doing.
Well, thank you. But I'm happy to look into
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
Leeway for Professor Fig.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope.
Attention, students! I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the stunning banners of Slytherin. I shall be taking no questions at this time, or ever. Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
Of course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah, yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Very well. Toujours pure.
Oh no.
There is another matter, Scrope. I confiscated this filthy diary from a student. It smells of squid and seawater.
Oh, Apollonia's diary. That is quite a surprise, Master. What do you wish Scrope to do with this treasure? Rubbish.
Whatever you wish, Scrope. It's your treasure. Now, off with you. The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now, to speak the password to the gargoyle.
邊度？
個地方喺邊？
點解你覺得可以瞬間轉移啊？
我覺得係要等一陣，係可以瞬間轉移。
可以喎，
但係要等一陣。耶！我升級啦。
27啦。
咁咩嚟㗎？前面？
唔知。
等佢 個新嘅主線逼出嚟先，佢要撈一陣。
不過時間唔夠多。
Aloha Mora。
好，我哋今日就停喺校長室度睇，應該都冇咩支線係。
咦，有啦，彈咗出嚟。
我而家可以飛啊嘛，做咩要用腳行？可以飛，怎麼要用腳行？衝主線。
Off on another adventure, are we?
哇！
咩嚟㗎？紅貓嚟。
點樣上去？
你跟住條路行就得㗎，黃色條線。
行樓梯。
佢頭先係叫我。
好似未去過呢個地方。
去過。我去過一次咯，之前好似唔知執石頭嗰陣時過嚟呢度，所以先開咗個。開咗個火啫嘛。佢有一啲好無聊嘅支線任務啊嘛。其中一個係全校喺度走去幫一條女執石頭，呢個咁癲嘅支線任務。唉，好頭暈啊！入去。好。
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password.
好，嚟講 password。
唔記得咗啦。
法文嘅永遠純種。
Toujours pure。
嚇？英文成功。法文。
唔係佢嗰個法文。
Toujours。
關密語。唉，點解你哋咁中意旋轉梯嘅咧？你知唔知旋轉梯個視點又唔會自己？
頭暈㗎。
會好暈㗎。
搞到我都好暈
I wonder if all the elite resident families have a motto.
死啦！
嚇，入咗去啦，跟住咧。
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
飲翻杯茶先。
飲校長杯茶。
飲翻杯茶先，嚟吧。
That must be the pedestal.
好，讀書。有咩書睇啊？
書係咁讀嘅咩？
嚇，塞入去。
係咁樣讀嘅，直接跳。
吸塵機咁吸落去。
我希望冇人咁樣睇聖經。
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald, can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
避開死神。咩故事嚟嘅？
點解突然間畫風突變？
好多死神。
哇！
我一下秒咗。
咁哇！點樣避開佢啊？
隱形啊！
負面仔嘢。
哇！呢個就係我得，好似唔可以打死佢。
邊個死神要避開
手嘅嘢嚟？
直接向前行得㗎啦，應該係嘛？而家左
右。
我
覺得有一隻。
你睇我唔到，你睇我唔到，你睇我唔到，你睇我唔到，走啊，衝啊！
唔係啩？嚇咁樣嘅？
成班都慢嘅。
係咯，咁就得嘅。
我有店長喺度。
走啊！你睇我唔到，
我咁多人嘅喂。
你睇我唔到，你睇我唔到，你睇我唔到，你睇我唔到。
I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be?
小心有好多。
好多前面有隻前面。
我梗係。
I need to time this just right.
Time this just right 啊！
唔可以放魔法。
走咗啦。
而家 now。
呢個時候，即刻。
佢又睇你唔到，喂！
好彩成班冇眼啫。點解要整呢種咁嘅色啊？好難睇佢哋喺邊啊！
咁樣夠緊張。
點解可以走過去啊？佢望住誒，等佢唔好望我。你睇我唔到，你睇我唔到，你睇我唔到，衝啊！佢有4個。
點解突然間連？
如果我失敗咗之後，要突然間重新再嚟過。
知咩事啊？
哇！巨人啊！
知咩事啊？
啲山值好低嘅，山值好低嘅斜哨圖全部喺度山車嘅。好，走，出發。
嗰個咩嚟嘅？點解要咁恐怖啊？
故事嚟噶嘛？
咩故事？
你唔好咁緊張，唔好咁快山。
咁好似嗰第5人格嗰啲。
驚啦！黑白色已經夠難。
即係佢一定會見到你㗎。你去睇唔到你。
轉上去係咪？
咁多隻嘅。
要行
轉上去係咯，轉上去。
上。
好啊。
你睇我唔到，你睇我唔到，你睇我唔到，你睇我唔到，你睇我唔到。
可能唔係應該。
I best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere.
好多正嘅。
又睇你唔到。
唔係嗰個人。
點樣行過去
I must cross this road as fast as I
呢隻過咗係
好快咁行呢條路。
cross。
好星馳，你睇我唔到，你睇我唔到。
你睇我唔到。
That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
兜過點樣兜？
要
喂，
呢個你要喺後邊
得，佢會擰轉面嘅原來。
run
佢 run 唔到喎，而家行到極快就係最快嘅速度就係咁。
蝸牛速度。
蝸牛，行快啲啊，何你？呢個係咪咩嗰啲咩老鼠病啊？唔係即係黑死症。
Nothing this way but more danger.
哇！呢隻點樣
？Must be another way to find you.
哇！
前面有好多隻喎。
There's no getting past them.
轉右喎。
要翻轉頭。
要兜路係向上呢個。
唔得入去啊！
應該係裏邊。
That doorway looks like the only safe way forward. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
你可以回神魔藥。
入去上樓梯。
呢個上去啦。
第一條路行嘅呢個，希望冇嘢爆炸啦！突然之間。
哦，呢隻
好彩。哇！好多，
好難睇你唔到呢度。
點樣過啊？呢度爬窗啊！
唔知喎。
係啊。
我覺得佢哋佢會突然間會望晒喺第啲地方，我覺得啦。
應該係啦。
係咯，嚟啊！
走。
Now's my chance.
Now's my chance. Go.
得
咁慢，
你行快啲啊！
唔好擰上面嘅。
我係呢啲 game 通常都係。你乜都唔好理，就咁向前行就啱。
係呢條路啱。
佢得一條路可以行啫嘛。
啱
你見到一個。
冇錯。
唉，好辛苦，咁艱苦嘅。
唔好彈啲嘢嚇我哋啊！
咁我又唔驚。
神秘斗篷，哇係。
係咪真係可以忍啊
？Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
哦。哈利波特
嗰件啊。
哈利波特嗰件衫，而家點？
恭喜！係咪過關啊？
但係點解佢嗰個嘢會叫我行嗰邊嘅？
佢都行翻後
面嘅，但係佢嗰道門又喺呢度開嘅喎，點解？
如果係影唔到紅嘅話，係咪就已經會望到呢個？
兜個大圈咁樣，即係你出咗去就轉右。
好，嚟行啦。
唔係唔需要再隱身嘅，因為你穿咗個。
係啊，你應該唔使咁樣特登踎低行。
但係我冇辦法控制自己唔踎低行嘅，你明唔明？
哦。
我撳咩掣佢都係咁樣踎低行，我行唔到過去。
咁左邊。
啊呢邊啊，另一邊啊，左邊呢邊咯。
走翻出去。
你睇啲敵人嘅分佈都似係呢邊。
可能係俾你即係展示一下你嗰個隱形斗篷嘅。
左邊。
哦。咁你直接行過去就得啦。
係啦，依家
哇係喎。
I can get closer to them。
係啦，即係我只要掂到佢就應該得啦。
啱啊。
你睇我唔到。
This is the way forward. Finally free.
自由啦
Now, where are you, Neve?
哇，搞掂。
好多人驚喎呢種畫風，我覺得最多人驚我自己咯。
唔係我就係
嗰隻死神。
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide.
點啊？想點啊？
即係點啊？
Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
個樣
使用
神秘魔杖。
神秘魔杖。
今次唔係你要打啦，即係。
唔知打交。
呢個就簡單啦，如果打嘅話。
打得死就好。
I've never felt such power.
俾我還翻晒啲魔法俾我。一次佢個魔法唔同咗喎。
係咯，點得住？
佢唔同咗喎。佢而家淨係俾我用啲。佢唔俾我。
有咩揀？
佢唔俾我用其
他。爆炸喐同埋
爆炸。拍死佢，拍低佢，同埋。
咁你淨係可以殺人，唔可以匿埋。
呢個係要2啦。
哇 ！Rebellion 爬過去，跳唔到。
成日就打爆佢，咁唔得。爆炸，好啦。
嚟吧。
拎走。可唔可以用中國咬人咁啦？
身㗎啦，所以就係殺你阿媽。殺你全家。
好。
哇！
咩嚟？
咁多隻嘅。
死亡人嘅咁。
哇！冇先啲好多。見到會點
？Defender。
哇！應該變2隻呢一次。死晒。
順便升埋咧。
出發，唔係我之前升咗個個咧。
升咗27啦。27
咧。maximum 係50咧。我諗 sorry wall 係唔需要升嘅。
我可能因為你意思魔術。話有啲話死神的黑暗集中集中又有 upgrade。
喂！
打咧，
因為係 story 嗰個關係，佢打係
係啊。9000，仲有多咗1批。哇！開咗啦。
係咯，佢哋講係決鬥壯舉，我冇諗過決鬥係會殺人，真係冇。
壯舉
而家我哋已經
好多人
變成咗一個冷酷無情嘅人，殺人如麻。
係咯，係咯。我呢個地圖真係好難望。
小 Q 都覺得好困難，好絕望。
白色好難。
唔係敵人好強大，我覺得最困難就係好困難。
巨型版嘅，
呢個打住
個人怪，
係前邊，
我都係變啲嘢。
白嗰隻山怪，山怪都有，
決鬥而家
變成個 boss。 陰影唔多做嘢。話三怪扣好少。
哇！想加速嘅。
聲度冇用。跟住得第係咯，4號
單挑賽，
個點出？
快啊！呢啲太快。係啊，好似好痛。哦。係啦，我哋得1同4比較扣多啲。
應該打呢隻大嘅，佢走咗，
點走咗？
成日閃嘅呢隻嘢，
呢隻係咪？
咪過咗關啊？
係㗎。
之前嗰個
一律所有俾麻煩嘢我嘅女人一律叫八婆。
應該係。
你搞個咁複雜嘅試驗出嚟。
Miss Online 係咪八婆啊？
咁又唔係嘅。
咩事？
通過啦呢個，但係仲未揾到我八婆，佢又會話我
又未揾到咋㗎
This must be for me。
石頭。
咪仲有第3關？
應該有啊，我覺得係啊，會有3關咁樣。
我3關。
神秘石頭。
水晶。
最後的考驗。
夠寫作乜啊？
夠鐘啦！
要唱歌。
You are far from finished.
花浮
Past through the more Nothing is what it seems.
What？咁點啊？我要做啲咩啊？我而家又唔可以匿埋休息。
有冇啊？咁直行咯，都冇人死。
我死咗。
會聽劇情。
好，聽啊！劇情呢家嘢都唔好聽。
點解？
咪就係講嗰個
點解打敗呢隻嘢啊？
試煉守護者死 Q 咗，好後生就死咗。咁
花房 finish， 但係已經揾到佢。
揾到咯喎，
咁可以點
？You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
俾啲鼓勵得唔得啊？咁辛苦。
所以要點啊？我攞嗰嚿石係冇用嘅。
即係你早死，然之後就要去整好多死神嚟追手。
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
即係點啊？我哋見到黑暗都唔應該消滅佢。
即係佢奸角嚟。
Remember that as you witness my memory.
即係點啊？唔好明。
我估到應該係揾翻即係再次睇翻嗰個古代八婆嗰啲記憶嘅啫。
八婆。
我已經記唔到佢叫咩名，但我知道佢係 boss 咯。即係嗰個要消除、立志消除一切痛苦嗰個八婆咧。
石像流淚。
我覺得好得人驚。呢個畫風之下恐怖。
係咯。
你唔好話俾我聽，仲要打嗰啲咁嘅石像啊！我會癲俾你睇。
要打交。
你快啲俾我通過咗佢。 我要快啲學呢個索命咒。
Isadora, what you did for your father was...
伊希朵拉就係呢個，我記得。
And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits...
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands...
You saw what I did for my father. Only imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
Yeah!
What are you doing?
Huh? Me?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
吸毒咁而家。
好變態啊！
所以我覺得呢個一定係 boss。
All of us.
黑魔王嘅真係。
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
知唔知道？能夠企喺頂端嘅黑魔后只有我一個。係咪因為佢攞走佢嘅痛苦，所以就死 Q 咗？
嚇？唔明我嘅意思。
咁佢點解死啊會？
唔知。
係咯，點解死嘅？
所以點解你死咗？
係咯。
哎，我變翻警察啦。
問號。
點解又出現？
我翻去地圖畫室揾廢柴教授。
講啲唔講啲嘅，咁點解？
唔係佢要解釋一下噶嘛，而家解話先。係嚟翻去揾。
係啊，拎走咗啲乜嘢咧？究竟？
話攞嗰個痛苦啊嘛。誒。
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
係啊，我啊。
我知，好多人死咗。
And I have.
But you are so
young. I know. You must be Professor Bakar. Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
吸毒。真係令人不安。
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizard kind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was, and she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragbor.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
所以佢整
灌醉咗佢。
佢整傷咗係你嘅錯嚟嘅。OK， 好啦，咁啊，今日我哋去到呢一度啦，我哋完成咗3個試驗。
咩？
有冇聰明啲？
我哋冇答。
第3個試驗咁短嘅。
誒係喎。
我哋冇答過問題。
哦。
GG。
下一次啦。
太投入。
點解你咁細聲嘅 Sebastian？
係啊。
係啊，唯一良心教授。
唔講嘢。
做乜你唔講嘢嘅？我係咪 hea 機？好啦。咁我哋都冇辦法啦，我哋唯有下個禮拜先讀問題啦。佢哋唔記得咗。
係唔記得咗添。
Oh no！ 睇劇情太用神。
係咯。
太認真咁樣睇啲劇情啦。
掃把強化大爆爆。
唔係呢個應該係需要大爆爆先至可以去做呢個任務。我有噶啦，所有魔法我應該差唔多學齊。好，咁啊，我哋下個係啦，咁我哋係啦，又準備揾最後一個守衛者，跟住就揾守衛者，我哋睇下仲有幾多，就可以完成，跟住我哋就會玩翻 TRPG， 係咪好開心咧？
好嘢！
係啦，同埋希望我搬屋成功。
係喎，
月尾就
睇包租公如何。
係嘅。
好
，Martin 仲未定到日子。
我哋應該仲有幾多個主線任務啊？我哋仲有。
你可以攞咯喎，上面嗰個再
熟
我哋有學霸斗篷。我哋呢個支線任務嚟嘅。
哇！好綠啊，好綠色啊！
好開心啊！好啦，呢個就應該有5個主線任務，就應該完啦。我哋懷抱住呢個希望，係啦，成為呢一個最強黑魔后。好啦，我哋下個禮拜再見啦。係唔記得咗答問題，係啦，你哋又唔提我。